Well, there's not a lot of good wrestling news today, man. There really isn't any good news. It's a bad day for wrestling news. Jim Ross critiquing the roast of Ric Flair is some of the leading news that I've been alerted to. I couldn't care. Good news though. Hacksaw Jim Duggan is cancer free in an emotional video he released on his Instagram, I believe. So that is good news, man. For Hacksaw Jim Duggan, we love that man. Obviously, he's a legendary treasure in the wrestling world. And Paul Heyman has said that anybody trashing, Vince McMahon or happy that he's gone is a moron, basically. And, I kind of agree. I mean, I think it was time for Vince to go and something to change. Obviously, myself, wrestling, WWE has been worse every year in the past 10 years. It's awful. That's why I started this whole channel, was to call all this stuff out over 10 years ago now. And, So I agree with him being gone, but I don't necessarily think, wow, yay, Vince was always garbage. Vince was awesome for a long time and gave us – I wouldn't be watching wrestling without Vince McMahon, and I wouldn't have been watching wrestling without him changing it several different times. But for the last, 12 years or so, it has just been atrocious to watch WWE and to watch wrestling and all that stuff. So you know the deal. I tried to comb the internet for wrestling news today. Let me tell you, man, it is sparse. UFC fighter recently said, Sam Alvey said that he wants to desperately be in WWE. I tell him, man, stay away from this. But, you never know. Maybe he'd be good, man. But, looking at Sam Alvey, they better come up with some kind of character for him because he just looks like a sort of a generic creator wrestler guy. So they, I don't know, man. They'd have to come up with something pretty cool for that guy in order to, get him exciting or make him an exciting person maybe in the WWE. But there's stuff that he's done that I don't know about, but he's got to, maybe he could be the son of Sheamus, or the brother of Sheamus or something like that. But hey, he did say that he wants to be in the WWE, and maybe he'll show something that who knows what he'll do. But I'm sure they'll take him. They'll take anybody at this point. It feels like. But I just look at him and I go, well, you better have something on the mic or some kind of skill, because looking at him like that don't look like a WWE superstar right now. So you better come up with something, because I mean, he's bigger than Adam Cole, I guess, but I don't know. Anyway, I got a couple more things. Before I get to the next thing, if you guys want, leave a like, leave a comment down below with what you think about any of the stuff that I'm saying here. And make sure if you leave a super thanks, I will pin it to the top down below. And shout out to everybody who became a member today as well. I will shout you out as well if you become a member. But super thanks down below, we'll pin it to the top here. Lex Luger was featured in a spot there on the WWE Legends and on A&E, which was pretty cool. And he talked about how if he was ever inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, he would attempt to walk on stage, which would be kind of, I think he would get cheered, man, for all the things that people say about anybody and how bad anybody could have been at any time and what they've done in their lives. You know what I mean? I think the guy would get a warm welcome. By the way, Lex Luger really loves tracksuits, huh? And this isn't me picking on anybody. Like, I love tracksuits. I love a nice, comfy suit or like basketball shorts. I would wear them every day because I just like to be comfortable. And I think that's what Lex does. Now, he's probably dealing with all kinds of bone pain and stuff like that, so you don't want to wear like heavy clothes and jeans and things like that. I know when you have certain issues. So that's probably why he's always wearing the very light windbreakers and stuff like that. Because anything on top of you can hurt and stuff. But yeah, man, he's in an Adidas outfit every day. He must have like 50 Adidas outfits, and that's all he wears. So shout out to Lex Luger for that. It's pretty cool. AEW is going to be returning to Washington, D.C. for Dynamite, Rampage, Battle of the Belts 4. And, of course, Saturday, Battle of the Belts. Will be interesting to cover that Saturday night. We'll have a good time here. I may see you guys again tonight if, we get a little bit more wrestling news potentially tonight or something breaks. But, yeah, this afternoon, man, it's been like God damn, and it's like 98 degrees out here in Massachusetts. It's nuts today. My kids don't even want to go outside. They normally want to go out and play in the pool. They don't, or play in a pool or play in the water or something. My kids haven't even wanted to go out today, so I get it. It's so friggin' hot out right now. It's unbelievable. So I'll top this video off with the main story of the day. And yes, I made you wait this whole time. Hopefully you watched until this point. If you watched until this moment, down below in the comments, write MJF has a stiffy, and then maybe drop a super thanks. And I will like all those and pin them to the top and all those things. But yes, MJF is essentially missing. No one's heard from him. Many wrestling sources have been out saying that he's disappeared or vanished or whatever. But what it looks like is going on is that MJF cut that insane promo, you effing mark, flipped out, went nuts, destroyed everything, and I believe they're killing two birds with one stone at this point. Nobody has heard from him effectively. No one's talking on this, but he's been spotted in New York, New Jersey, and other places before filming things. And one of the rumors is that he's been filming with Impractical Jokers and that he's been doing some other things like that. So, to me, that tells me, in my opinion, MJF is killing two birds with one stone. They're working us here, building this so when he returns, it's insane and there's this big build-up. But at the same time, he took time off because he was going to be shooting things for a couple of weeks. And he maybe needed to do a few things. So, with that being said, he's doing those things, doing some promotional stuff, and then he will probably be back. Now, I would think it would leak out at this point that people have seen him more with more pictures and things like that, but apparently they're keeping it super, super secretive. So in my opinion, I don't know. First of all, I'm upset about this because I think keeping this guy off the screen has been I believe, a mistake in the short term, but it will probably pay off in the long term, right? So in the short term, I'm frustrated, I'm annoyed, I feel like we're missing something here, and in the long term, it will be probably awesome. So that's probably the situation. So MJF probably coming back soon. I would say in the next 2 to 3 weeks, I would think we're going to find out about MJF. But if it goes any longer than that, something is, maybe it's 100% really a problem. There's something really bad going on, and we don't know about it. But right now, it just feels like, that maybe that they killed two birds with one stone. He went to film some things and do some side projects while, also, being able to sort of work in that he's, this crazy rogue who might go to WWE. He might leave, and he doesn't give a crap about anything, and he's off the radar and off the rails and all whatever the hell. What do you guys think about all this stuff? Let me know in the comments down below. It's Thursday. There's not a lot of wrestling news, like I've said a million times in this video. There's really nothing else to say about that. Follow me on Instagram at instagram.com/Joe Cronin Show. Support the show. The links are all down below in the description box. And, of course, if you want to be here, Friday night, monetize this. Will be a fun time. And Saturday night, the Battle of the Belts. That'll be fun. And potentially I might do something tonight, maybe, if there's enough wrestling news. But if there isn't, I'll hold off and, we'll take it easy. This is the Joe Cronin Show. Subscribe if you're brand new. Daily wrestling videos and live streams all the time. And, tell your friends. Tell your friends. Send this everywhere. Tell everybody about this. Yell at your neighbors that I do this. Here's some other videos popping up right now that you might have missed on my channel. Plus, coming up soon, I think I'm going to talk about the situation at SummerSlam back in the day, 1997 or so, when Shawn Michaels hit Bret the Hitman Hart in the head with that chair. I'll never forget watching that SummerSlam, man, and Bret Hart hitting, HBK, or rather hitting Bret Hart with the chair. He hit Undertaker with the chair, rather. He missed Bret Hart. It was an awesome night. Some people have asked me about that. I would love to talk about it in a 20-minute video or so and talk about that time, or maybe do some retro recaps and thoughts on retro stuff. So many people have done them. We've done them here over the years, here or there, but I really want to maybe get into those things again. I think it's a good time now to bring those back. It's a great night, great moment. Man, I'll never forget that night, though, dude. I was so pissed off. And I said to myself, I'm like, why, Shawn, did you do that? If you hit Undertaker with the chair, why not now super kick Bret Hart to make it even, right? Or hit Bret Hart with the chair in the head, and then let them both get up and figure it out, I was furious that night. Okay, now there are some videos popping up on your screen that you should check out. I'll catch you guys tonight, potentially. Leave me as many comments as possible. I'd love to read some stuff, and you might trigger my brain into putting out some more videos tonight.